It's like Gary Coleman's forearm. Sup CTFxCinema, today's review is on Hot Tub Time Machine. If you didn't know, I have a main channel, so you can click here to check that out to see what I really do. I just uploaded a new video hunting gorillas, not real gorillas, but it's good, so go check out that video. Now this film is about four guys whose lives aren't going very well. There's Adam, whose girlfriend just left him. Jacob, the guy from Sex Drive, if anyone noticed. He's only a teenager and doesn't know who his real dad is. Then there's Nick, whose wife is cheating on him, and also he has to get things out of dogs' bums for a living. And then there's Lou, who tried to commit suicide. They all get together and go on holiday to a ski resort that three of the four guys went to back in the 80s. Thing is, it's not how they remembered it to be, because now it's rubbish. But in their room they find a mystical hot tub that they get in, have a laugh, and then suddenly, boom, they're back in time. They found out they'd gone back to the 80s where they last visited the ski resort, but everyone sees them how they looked in the 80s, except for Jacob because he isn't born yet. Does that make sense? It doesn't sound like it made much sense. Anyway, the hot tub is broken. So they have to do everything that they've done in the past to make sure it doesn't change the future, and also to make sure Jacob is still born. This film, I don't know why, but I just found it incredibly amazing. I laughed the whole way through. It's filled with such hilarious scenes, such as when like Nick and Lou lose the bet, so Lou has to give Nick if you know what I mean. Also, it's funny how they didn't have as good as technology back in the 80s, so they're always talking about emailing, internet and mobile phones, and no one knows what they're talking about. At the end, Lou is having sex with Jacob's mum, but then pulls out and Jacob disappears. So Lou realizes that he is Jacob's father, so he has to keep going at it to make sure Jake is born. I thought that was very clever and very freaking hilarious. Nick was an amazing character too. He sang Let's Get It Started by the Black Eyed Peas 20 years before this song even came out, so no one heard of it. So basically he invented hip hop. Also when he rings his wife, but his wife is 9 at this point back in the 80s, and he's just shouting and hurling abuse at her. That was hilarious. At the end of this film, everyone goes back in the time machine, it's fixed, blah 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 blah, except for Lou. Lou wants to stay in the past, and they realize when they get to the present that Lou is a billionaire, as he invented Google. Because they changed the past, the future has changed, but for the better. So Adam has his girlfriend that he met back in the 80s. She's a weird, cryptic sort of girl. Nick's wife never cheated on him because of that phone call that he rang her when she was 9. And Jacob goes to live with Lou because he's his father, and he's also a billionaire. So that's the end of my review. I thought this film was absolutely brilliant. Usually I'd be like, oh, why the hell does that hot tub take him back in time? There's no explanation. But in this film, I don't care because it was just so funny. So bye guys. I'll see you in the next review. And also click that link there.